You are tuned into Backstage Nonsense. This podcast is brought to you by Suneri Yade and Bheki Baate. Check out our upcoming show, A Cassette in My Walkman, on 6th May, 6:30 p.m. at Dorothy Winston Center. Welcome to Backstage Nonsense. Hi, I'm Rusbe.
And hi, I'm Ritika.
Backstage Nonsense is a show where you get all the goss, all the spice that happens backstage. And we are trying to uncover that nonsense and bring it to you. To create inspiration, motivation for someone out there who's thinking of going on stage or behind the stage.
Behind the stage. Yeah, and you're going to hear lots about all the nonsense that happens backstage and what people usually laugh at when they go on stage because they're recollecting memories, right?
Absolutely.
And on that note, I have a very special guest today.
Yeah, we have a special guest. It is a very underrated department of a concert.
I agree.
And the reason I say underrated is because it's not noticed and neither acknowledged.
Yeah.
But we've got them here. So please welcome Mihir. Mihir, welcome to Backstage Nonsense.
Thank you so much, Rusbe. Thank you so much, Ritika. And lots of love to the listeners of Backstage Nonsense. It's a pleasure to be here. And if you guys could please excuse me because after that giant size kachori, I might be slow.
Mihir, you have a very important role to play in concerts, right? And that's to do with organizing chorus. That's why I like to call you the chorus king.
Oh, Chorus King. That's a good title.
Because when someone thinks of doing a concert and they go, okay, we need some chorus singers, some background singers, Mihir gets approached by them.
I think to start that off, like, when Ritika and I were having a chat about, who our guest is going to be, and Ritika said, oh, we need someone from chorus. So I was like, chorus, ye kya hota? Like, what is chorus? Like, I never even thought that chorus would be a thing. How did you get into this?
So my thoughts were exactly how yours were, Rusbe. I never thought of getting into chorus anytime. But recently we had a concert in Auckland, which Ritika was even a part of. That was the first ever symphony Bollywood concert in New Zealand. And it was a tribute to the legendary Shankar Ehsaan Loy. Now, the organizer of this show, Ashish Ramakrishnan, he approached me because we knew each other because we were already preparing for another show. So when I got a call from him asking my help for this show, I said, okay, fine. What do you want me to do? He said, I want you to lead the chorus section. And I was actually a bit intrigued because I have never even been a part of a chorus. I've done group singing. I have been in as a part of my school choir, but I've never done chorus singing as such. And when Ashish called me, he gave me some detail about the show. He said there's going to be like 40 plus musicians on stage.
Yeah.
It's going to be a full string section and you will be leading the chorus. I was like, okay, a year after lockdown, we are doing a symphony concert with 45 musicians on stage. And okay, I'll be glad to be a part of it, but I was still not able to picturize the whole thing in my mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I just gave it a thought. This is something new. I should try it. And we did it. And let me promise you when I say this, it was one of the most beautiful experiences in the past few years. Being a part of that big musician group. And I really didn't have any high expectations from myself. I thought, okay, it's a chorus group. What am I really going to do there? Just ask people what to sing where. But when we started preparing for the show, I realized that chorus is actually a very vital part of the show.
Yeah.
It's like a different instrument.
Absolutely, yeah. So it should not be like 45 instruments. It should be 46, chorus included in there.
Yeah, you can say so.
Yeah.
So all the chorus singers out there, be it 6, 7, 8, as a unit, they are a musician. They are an instrument.
Wow. That's a beautiful thought.
Exactly. Yeah. And that actually adds another dimension to the whole show, to the musical arrangement.
Yeah.
It gives the audience a feeling of being right there where the music is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not
Yeah.
just visually, but also how it sounds on stage.
Yeah.
And I think chorus is for people like me, like, we don't, like, I can only sing in chorus. Like, when chorus is singing is when I will prefer to sing because otherwise people will be like, ki band kar yaar. Right? So it is something that lifts the audience up.
Yeah.
When there's chorus in the background. But for you personally, How did it all begin? How did you get into singing?
So I started singing when I was at school. I must have been like 5, 6 years old. And I'm not really from a musical background.
Right.
There are no professional musicians in my family, but there are enthusiasts.
Yeah.
I remember my mom telling me that when I was very, very young, 3 to 4 years old, I don't even remember. she recalls that I used to talk her by singing. I used to talk to her by singing. I didn't call her out, but very something as simple as "Mom, I'm hungry." So I used to say, "Mummy, bhook lagi," and my mom would respond saying, "Ha." So that's how I used to interact with my mom.
This is so cool.
Wow. Okay. That's so cool, yeah.
So from now on, we talk to Mihir like that
Huh.
as well.
We talk in
Yeah.
singing.
We sing for you.
Yeah.
See, you sing is good. I sing, they will shut down right now. So that's yeah. Okay. So that's how it started. Mummy bhook lagi.
Oh, yeah.
And like she identified that there is something interest. So did you go for professional training from there on, or?
No, I haven't really been through a formal training in music. But that was where the singing came from. Whenever there was a song playing on TV or radio or the tape recorder, I used to take a remote in my hand
Yeah.
and pretend I was singing. I used to sing along, and my mom and dad really liked it. They really thought that I sing well. So they started encouraging me for singing competitions.
Good.
And I've done a lot of competitions, a lot of shows during school.
Yeah.
And simultaneously, my mama, he used to live with us in Surat, where that's my hometown. And he used to learn classical music. He used to learn the harmonium.
Okay.
Wow.
So I used to sit with him. I used to just watch how he plays. And I really got interested into playing harmonium. So what he did is he gave me his harmonium. He told me to play some songs. I tried playing, and it worked well.
Right. Right away.
Right away.
Right away.
Yeah. So he gifted me, I'm not sure if many of you remember, a Casio SA21.
Harmonium is that,
Yes.
na? You have to go this and this sync.
Yes. So you
Correct.
blow
Blow
air
air.
with one hand and
Yeah.
you play with the other
Play
hand.
with the other.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So he gifted me a Casio SA21 that I still have.
Wow.
Yeah. And I started playing keys on that. I started learning. And that's how I got into my school band as well.
So when was the first time you performed on stage?
It must have been when I was in class 1.
Oh wow, that's a really young age.
Yeah. And I sang a Gujarati song. It's a song about how kids are to be, the lyrics goes Nishare jai lesson karai gharma bane madad karai. So it's like at school you're supposed to study.
Yeah.
At home you're supposed to help your mom.
Right.
Wow.
And avat kadi na bhulai. So never forget
Never
this.
Do you
Right.
still remember the tune of
Yeah, I still remember vaguely. Oh my god.
एक दो line हो जाए?
Okay, so it goes like निशाड़े जय लेसन कराय घरमा बाने मदद कराय मैदाने जय रमत रमाय आवात कदी ना भुलाय
Oh.
आवात कदी ना भुलाय. So that's how it
Wow.
continues.
That's
Wow,
cool, yeah.
that's
Very
cool.
nice. So, matlab, that song is not just a song, but it's also telling you how to live your life as a kid. Like you go school, study. For our listeners who don't understand Gujarati, so the song means go to school, study. When you're at home, you work, like help your mom.
Help your parents.
And then when you go to a playground, you play.
You play. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Now talking about, so actually quite interesting. So first time when I met Mihir was a few years ago,
Right.
And he was playing keys at that time, and I remember when we were doing the record, the way Mihir went with his keys, he went like, oh, kya bajaya, like that way, like we all were blown away. How did the keys journey begin for you?
So it began when I was in school. I actually led my school band.
Oh.
So I used to play the keys. We had 20 other musicians for playing drums, tabla, guitar, and the bones. So that's how it began. I used to play for my school band. Then I started developing interest in I would say non-Bollywood, non-filmy songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I did a few performances in school, and that's when I found that music is something I really want to pursue. Not professionally maybe, but at least as a passion.
Yeah. So you've done, solos, you've sung solos, you've been part of concerts and you play the keys. And organizing chorus is quite different to that.
It is.
Yeah, and it's quite a challenge because you're working with a number of singers. And I have seen you in action. I had the good fortune to witness him in action while training everybody for chorus. How did you feel at that time? How did you need to shift your mindset? What did you do? Talk to us about that.
Sure. So singing chorus was something that I took as an adventure. I necessarily did not think of it as a big challenge, but when I started working, I found out that it's actually a task.
Because it's all about management, right?
It's all about management, exactly. And the biggest challenge was to get singers.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't really get a lot of people who would voluntarily agree to sing the chorus section for you.
Yeah.
And even if you get the level of understanding that a chorus singer requires is pretty high, and it's very crucial, because when you are the lead singer, when you're the front man in a band, you have your lines, you have your song, maybe 4 or 5, you sing and you go and you walk away. But with chorus, you are there on the stage standing for 3 hours.
Yes.
That itself is a big task, and you need to remember each and every song, every beat, every rhythm, all the music pieces. You need to know where to come in, you need to know what the exit is, you need to know where to back your singer. So that understanding itself is very crucial.
Yeah. You need to be attentive all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like in theater we've got ensemble where there is a set of actors that just go into different scenes, fit in, and then come out. But that's like one of the toughest jobs, because you have to be attentive when I have to go in, when do I have to
Yeah.
come out. So it's very similar to that, right?
Exactly, it's very similar to that. And while I was doing solo singing, my mindset was very simple. I'm gonna go out there, give my best, and enjoy the rest of the show from
Yeah.
backstage. But that's not exactly what I could do when I was leading the chorus section. So that's a mental shift I had to adjust with. But it was fun. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I must say that when his chorus group performed at Ashish's show, the symphony, they were outstanding. And every single person from the audience, whoever at least I personally spoke to, spoke very highly about the chorus. And since then, it's now become a thing. कि
Yeah.
हर show में chorus होना चाहिए.
Right.
Abhi.
So you have created your own segment for that, like our own. एक ये बना दिया है, like you've created
Yeah,
your own market.
you can say so. Thanks to dear Ashish. He identified that this is a very important and very crucial part of the show.
Yeah.
It adds a whole new dynamic to listening. And I just played along, and now surprised to see it's really important.
And Mir, it's really nice to see you, come this far. I want to ask you now, so school, we understood that, okay, you started off singing in school, you've done a lot of competitions there. Agreed on that. From there on, I want to understand about your life in New Zealand. When did you come here? And how did it all begin over here?
Oh yeah, good question. So I came to New Zealand roughly 5 years ago. At the end of this month, I will complete 5 years in New Zealand. And at the very next month, I registered for a radio singing competition. And at the end of the competition, yours truly came out as a winner.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. Amazing.
So that's when I understood that there are a lot of people in Auckland who love listening to Bollywood music, who love listening to Bollywood songs, who admire people singing for them.
Yeah. So sorry, so you came here, and how many years did you participate in was it the same year you participated, or
The very next month.
the
Look at
very
that.
next month
Wow.
you
Yeah.
participated in a singing competition? And you came here to study?
Yeah, I came here to study, and I still live with my family. I'm not sure if you have met my mama and mommy. So since the day I arrived in New Zealand, I've been living with them.
Nice.
Now they know how much passionate I am about music.
Yeah.
So they registered on my behalf for the competition.
Oh, wow. That's
That's
so
kind.
cool. Yeah?
Yeah, they wanted me to pursue music as much as I can.
So you won the
Nice.
competition, but did you pass your course?
Good question.
That's a very, very good question. So I went into the competition for having fun, to be honest.
Yeah.
I wanted to sing on live radio. I've never got that chance back in India,
Yeah.
even though I have worked for a radio station, but I never.
Also in India, you work for a radio station.
Yeah, I used to produce promos.
Oh, wow. Listen to that now. He sings, he plays the keys, you produce shows on radio. What a talented bunch of people on this podcast.
Nice, yeah. So we need a
Wow.
promo song, and we
Yeah.
know we've got the right man.
We've got the right person now.
Yeah.
He will sing, he'll play the keys, and he'll make
design
the
the
promo.
whole-
There you go.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mihir.
I hope I have as many hands as an octopus, so I could do that.
So basically, you had some experience in radio. You came here, you saw this show, or your family saw the show. They're like, okay, we see him to be in fit there. You participated, you won. What happened after that?
After that, I was approached by a lot of people. They wanted me to do shows for them. Now, since I was a student and also working during weekends, it was practically not possible for me to make any professional commitments. So I took my time, and just about a couple of years ago, I started doing shows on and off. So I've been playing keys as well, and I've been singing as well. And last year, I got this wonderful opportunity to lead the chorus section for a show. And yeah, it's been a good journey. I have done many things in a very short period of time. So yeah, I'm just taking my own time and digesting everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's plan ahead now?
Oh, planning ahead, I have a few shows lined up. One of them is on the 25th of March. The show is called Valam Avone. Now, this will be...
Gujarati show.
It's a Gujarati show.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So all Gujarati non-filmy and filmy songs are going to be a part of
Wow.
that show. And you will see me performing there. I'll be playing the keys, and also there's a surprise for you there.
Oh, okay,
Ooh.
okay.
So where is the show happening?
It's at Dorothy Winston Center on the 25th of March.
25th of March, Dorothy Winston Center. Come listen to Mihir.
For sure. So, so that's your one of your shows coming up.
Yeah.
And now, because you've spoken about the show, I'm going to digress a little bit further. That's my job. How easy or difficult it is for you to get through the rehearsal bit? Because show is great, you have the limelight, you're on stage, fun. But the initial hard work is going through the rehearsals. What is your process of going through the rehearsals?
It's actually challenging, especially when I'm playing the keys, because when you're a musician, there is a lot of homework that goes before you walk into a rehearsal. You need to prepare all the chord sheets. You need to make sure that all the scales and lyrics of every singer is noted down.
Yeah.
And you have to make sure that the other musicians have the sheets as well. So it's a bit of a task, but I find it I would say a means to wind up from my usual. I mean, we all are working full time here, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. Apart from that, if there's anything I get to do,
Yeah.
I enjoy it. I enjoy the process thoroughly.
Yeah.
And my approach has always been simple. I do one thing at a time and put my everything in there.
Put your everything in it. And speaking of preparations for rehearsals with the symphony concert, you had to organize singers, work out their parts for chorus. How did you identify who should be a part of this? Because Auckland does have a lot of really talented vocalists. So how did you identify and how did you prep them?
Yeah, so for this particular concert, half the job was done by Ashish.
Right.
He already had the chorus section ready. All I had to do was join and start the preparations.
Wow.
So it was not a very tough job to find singers in that case, but still, I mean, you need to find every singer's potential. You need to know how their scales are, how their voices are, because the whole point of chorus is uniformity.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we all have to be on same page. If there are 8 singers singing the chorus lines, we all need to sing the same note, hit the note at the same time.
Yep.
Yes.
And the point of chorus is singing flat.
Exactly. It should not overpower the singer.
Singer.
Exactly.
And it should make the singer look even more larger than life.
Definitely.
So it's actually quite a tough job, yeah, because everyone is
Yeah.
a singer, and everyone, when you sing to, show
Exactly.
yourself.
Yes.
Exactly. So chorus singing is all about singing flat and backing the singer. instead of being the center of the music. To give a very simple example, a song like "ऐ वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तू." So this is how the lead singer would sing this song.
क्या बात है?
But if I'm asked to do the chorus for this, I'll have to sing something like "ऐ वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तू."
Oh, that minute change makes a big difference.
Exactly. So you need to mellow down your voice, you need to sing flat, you need to make sure that you are not louder than anyone else.
Yeah.
So these are things that every chorus singer needs to keep in their mind.
So this by the looks of it from outside, I feel this requires a lot of ego massaging for people, right? Like, because to be honest, you have to tell them that, listen, you're great, but you'll have to mellow down a little, not go too high.
Yeah,
How do you manage that then?
The ego massaging part is something I agree with. I would say you need to suppress your ego, or have, I would say, you need to have that level of maturity that you are one piece in the jigsaw. You are not the jigsaw yourself, but the jigsaw is still missing without you.
Yeah,
So you should know the importance of your singing in the show. I think that is a level of maturity that every chorus singer should have. I can understand that not everyone would be keen to sing chorus because they don't get noticed as much as the lead singer or other musicians do.
Yeah.
But the impact they make on the overall experience, people who understand music will know how important a chorus
Yes.
singer is, and they will really appreciate your efforts.
Yeah.
So for someone listening out there who is aspiring to be a singer, would you, and they're not getting an opportunity, would you recommend them that, if you get an opportunity to be a chorus singer, you be a chorus singer and then head ahead? Would that be one of
Absolutely.
the pathways?
I would definitely advise if anyone wants to start singing and they are scared to go on stage, I can say they should start singing chorus because there's a lot to learn when you're doing chorus. You understand every dimension of the arrangement, all the pieces that come together and sound so beautiful. You get to experience it.
Yeah.
Because technically, if you are doing chorus for a show, you remember all the songs.
Yes.
And you understand how that song is complete. So even in future, if you want to start doing lead singing or even become a musician, pick up an instrument, it's going to help you.
Awesome.
And lots of lead singers these days in Bollywood or, in mainstream may have been picked up from being a part of chorus. So everyone's possibly done that at some stage. And it's important even for lead singers to become a part of chorus sometimes.
Yeah.
Because we tend to take it for granted, right? That bas gana khatam out.
Yeah.
But the being present and knowing what you're doing is so important.
And not take center stage always.
Always,
I think that's
yeah.
a very important
Yeah.
life skill.
Very important point, yeah.
Amazing, Amir. It was this session with you, this podcast with you, personally has been not just about music, but it's also been about life
Yeah.
to a certain extent. That it's not always that you take the limelight. It's sometimes making the other person shine is also a job. That way.
Yeah.
How do you keep your mental health in check?
For mental health is something, I'm very fussy about. I won't do something unless I'm 100% about it. So my approach is always simple. Do one thing at a time. And I don't overburden. I never overcommit because that's just the way how I work.
Yeah.
And I would really like to acknowledge this point that I have a very solid support system with me. My family who I live with, my mama, my mommy and their 2 kids, they have been with me through everything. They have always supported me for anything that I have ever wanted to do. And my immediate family, my mom, dad and my kid brother, they are in the US. So they are always morally present with me.
Yeah.
They never let me feel that I am here by myself. They have always, one phone call with my mom or my dad or my brother and then takes away all my stress. So that's basically how I keep my mental health in check.
That's awesome.
That's
yeah.
sweet. That's very sweet.
Cool. Thank you. I think it was amazing to have this chat with you. Thank you, Mihir, for coming along. Surely, good luck with the show.
Thank
and
you
we'll
so
surely be there to witness it. But as time proceeds, we would love to have you back as well. Uncover more such
about
stories,
you.
more things about, more learnings from you, and wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
Thank
Rusbe.
you,
Thank you so
Mihir.
much, Ritika. It was
Thank
a
you
pleasure.
so much.
So that was Backstage Nonsense for you. Stay tuned because new episodes every week, and we'd give you more backstage fun
Yes.
and more of the nonsense. Thank you.
Be ready for it. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Backstage Nonsense. Remember to check out A Cassette in My Walkman, a musical concert on 6th May, 6:30 p.m. at Dorothy Winston Center.